Welcome to another edition of Go Post. I'm your host, Oluwamaya. I'm not alone. I have Temilolua and Collins making a return. Temilolua, how are you doing this morning?
Maybe they were adapted to Joseph Cicero's style because he was the first coach that started Joseph Cicero's style. If this particular set of players were adapted, maybe the first call up, another international break come, they not called another set of players that to come, and the coach they are meeting is not Cicero. They are meeting the judge. You understand? So all these things matter. So this is where I'll put the board. You understand? Where there is no inconsistency in coach. You understand? No inconsistency. You understand? Delayed salaries and all. That's where their responsibility stop. How about on the pitch? What the players are playing, what the coach is managing. You understand? So this is affecting the head, it's also affecting the tail. You understand? So while we are calling for a complete overhaul, which they are not wrong actually. You understand? Look at Italy. Italy have failed to qualify for the World Cup for like three. This is the third time they are failing to qualify for the World Cup.
That's
Their
true.
Italian FA resigned. Their
Hmm.
Italian FA, I saw the news that their Italian FA resigned. So if you are calling for NFF total, it's not weird. It's normal. I think it should happen. But let's bear in mind that if if they resign or if they change everybody there and there's no consistency, it's just another headline. It's just another headline they use this other, you understand? We need a balance, you understand? We need a stable coach, we need a play style, we need an identity as a team. Nigerian national team, see our identity, see our coach, see everything. You understand? It has to do with everything. You understand? So I see an argument there. You understand? I see their point. But if that is done, you have to come to the players too. You have to come to the coach to do what is needed. Thank you.
Okay. Temilolua, I mean, you've heard what Collins said. A board that's not performing still want to stay. And if you look at the Italian situation, immediately Italy failed to qualify. Gattuso, Buffon, and the rest of them, they stepped down because they knew they failed the entire lines. In this case, um, a whole lot of ex-national, JJ Okocha, Peter, Mikel Obi, and the rest of them, they've called for the resignation of these people. However, we still have these people still wanting to go for another term. Do you think it's high time, you know, the NFF board total completely resigned because we missed out on about $48 million because the NFF failed to file a petition worth 1,000 Swiss franc, which is about 1.7 million naira. That's the reason why we're not going to work on. What's your take about this?
Okay, so I think whenever you are whenever we are having this conversation, you always say, let's go to the place where things are done right. Now you look at the Italian FA. In fact, they knew that not qualifying for the World Cup as a nation is a punishable offense. Probably not by the law, you understand, but by emotions it is a punishable offense. So they understood the repercussions of not qualifying for the World Cup. Understand? And that is why they resigned. The manager, the coach Gattuso left, the president resigned. There is an overall of the whole football federation. While when you now come to Nigeria, I do not tend to understand why someone who has failed in just the basic duties of the federation still wants to go for another term. I'm not understanding. Now, what are those things that you want to say you've done? Or what are those things that you want to say you've done? You understand? In your first time that will warrant you coming in for the second time. This is one of the things that they need to put into consideration. But I'll just wrap it up with the Italian FA. I think Nigerian FA should be able to mirror what Italian FA has done. For the Italian FA to actually undergo that kind of overall, that kind of change, it goes to tell us that even we ourselves, we need to look inward to try to, because they, like Mr. Collins said, there has not been stability in the Nigerian football federation. There has not been stability. They have not really been like a stable pattern, even from the grassroots, even from the under 15s to the under 17s to the under 20s to, there has not really been a pattern. There has not really been like show of progress. You understand? Our under 17s used to be the tops. They used to be the tops. They, in fact, I think we have the most World Cup in the under 17s. But look at our under 17s now, they are struggling to qualify for from the group stage. You understand? And then when you just look at it going up, and I don't think for him to want to enter into the position again, but due to lack of accountability, because that's what I'll say, due to lack of accountability, we find ourselves in this. There's a level of accountability in Italy. It is not even an obligation from the government to the federation. It is just a sense of responsibility that, okay, this is what we were here to do. Since we have hold the people of Italy, you understand, a change. You understand? People there have already said, the federation have said, okay, you know what, we are not doing well enough. Let us step down for competent people. Let us step down for a change. You understand, in the system. But in Nigeria, here, it is not the case. They just want to keep on continuing, be it good or bad. And it's, like I said, go to the place where things are rightly done. And with that statement and with your context of Italy, you can rightly say that things in Nigeria are, and it is good that these ex-players are actually coming out to talk, because they've seen these people have played in Europe. They know how things are. They have European teammates, you understand, that have played for their countries. They watch, everybody watch football. You understand? We know the back room. Then coming down to your own country and seeing that things are not really the way they should be, it's a thing of concern, and it's a good thing that they are speaking out. And hopefully something will be done about it.
Yeah, Collins, be, before we leave, um, do you think um, if we if they vote these people out and not change how things are being run in the NFF, do you think we can achieve the change that everybody yearn for? Because I mean, if you look at the Amaju Pinnick board, they did not qualify for the World Cup. They were kicked out. The next government, the Gusau government, the Gusau board, did the same thing. It seems we are not learning anything. Do you think if we move these guys, the next guys, are they going to be better?
Like that is why I said, if we kick them out, like the board have they have a limit to which they affect the football Nigerian football team. They are not responsible for everything. That's what I said. They have a limit, and it starts with them, right? If it's going to start with them, it's going to finish with the grassroots. The grassroots meaning the players and the coach, people on the pitch. The federation are not going to come and play the ball for us. They are not going to give us the tactics. They are not in charge of that. You understand? We know, as I said, they have a. If we kick them out, we bring in a new board. You understand? Let's just maintain stability in the sense that we are sticking with one coach. This guy Eric Chell, so far so good. I've not. I maybe people might say is not. I saw an argument the other day. They were saying the guy is not Nigerian quality. You want to go and play Pep Guardiola? You want to play Jose Mourinho? Like this guy has a. I watch him. I watch his football. This guy has a. He has a pattern. You understand? Maybe he didn't do well with previous teams, which I know, yes, he didn't do well with previous teams. But with Nigeria, it's not bad. You understand? It's not bad. He actually plays with tactics. If we are looking, so it's just let's stick with him for a while. The idea where we are going to be sacking coaches up and down, playing this one, let's keep that aside. So that's part of what is affecting us. You understand? No philosophy, no tactics, no play style, nothing. You understand? Let's start. Once we deal with the federation, you understand, then we come here and deal with this too. You understand? The federation are going to make sure, the new federation will make sure that salaries are paid on time. Decision makings and administrative are all going to be placed well. and this will give the coach, this will give the player the ginger to deliver, because when they see that the board is doing well, you that you are this thing, you are going to do well too. You understand? So if we change if we change the board without dealing with this other issue, like I said, it's just another headline. So that's no progress.
Okay.